So we are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania 29. And on the March 25th edition of Raw, we got ourselves what I consider to be a pretty underwhelming show leading up to the big event in 2 weeks. We did get Chris Jericho versus Fandango announced, which is, expected. It'll be a match that will either determine if the character's gonna shine or bomb. So, yeah. That's all we got, really. I mean, we got the IC Championship match tease, which will probably be Wade Barrett versus The Miz. And the Divas Championship match tease, which is, hey, AJ Lee versus Caitlyn. They had a match tonight, and AJ beat Caitlyn by countout, so that might lead into a rematch for them at WrestleMania, which is like, okay, what was all that build between Layla and Caitlyn for? I guess we're just going to toss that aside to do a few we should have done from the start and should have started months ago because, hey, these guys have history. Whatever. I mean, we get this match fine. At least we'll have a card going into WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, nothing all that much happened. I mean, Triple H had a promo repeating everything we already knew. His career's on the line in 2 weeks, and he's still gonna fight. I'm really confused at why they didn't put his COO position on the line. I mean, up the ante. Come on. It's just your wrestling career. You don't wrestle all that much anyway, so why is that a big deal? It's whatever. They might even do something with the Bella Twins and the Funkadactyls or something like that. Or maybe Teen Rose Scholars and the Bella Twins versus the Funkadactyls and Brodus Clay and Tensai or whatever. But that might be in the pre-show along with the US Championship, which is like, yuck. Anyways, all that stuff's irrelevant. What really mattered to me was the ending segment. There was a Q&A panel involving The Rock and John Cena to hype up the match. And I'm telling you right now, when I heard about this, I was shaking my head going, they are really trying desperately to get us to care about this match. They had Bret Hart, Jerry King Lawler, who was the host, the moderator of the whole thing, Booker T, Mick Foley, and Dusty Rhodes asking questions to both The Rock and John Cena. And I'm just going to get into it. It started off with Mick Foley asking John Cena, do you think you can beat The Rock at WrestleMania, and if you lose, would you carry the burden? And John Cena just pretty much says, if he doesn't beat The Rock, he's gonna be like Donovan McNabb, the guy that couldn't get the job done when he was quarterback of the Eagles, right? Yeah, quarterback of the Eagles. Okay, now we're gonna play up the whole idea that John Cena can't get the big one done. Really? Are we gonna go that far now? And then he tries to tell The Rock he knows nothing about failure, and The Rock's like, I know what failure is, which is like, yeah, I mean, The Rock is the one that lost to Stone Cold Steve Austin twice, and then pretty much redeemed himself in their third match. He talked about all that in his promo. So, I'm already kind of going, about this promo at the start of it. And then the second question asked by Bret Hart, where he pretty much asked them, you guys used to hate each other. What's with all this respect? And I'm like, yeah. What's with all this respect? And The Rock's like, well, I fought John Cena, and he lost like a man, took it like a man, so I respect him. I'm like, really? Are we going to go there? Are we really going to go there? And then John Cena starts kissing ass, and I'm like, okay, now I really don't care about this match. Why should I care about two people who respect each other? That's not what we need, okay? That type of bullshit is what makes me hate this match. And then the third question hit, and my entire view of the entire segment changed. Booker T asked John Cena, why do you need to win this match? And then John Cena pretty much says, because I have to. And even I'm going like, that's a pretty shallow answer for John Cena. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, that was deliberate. He actually said that. And The Rock responded, oh, you have to. You can wipe a monkey's ass if you have to. It was pretty funny. And then he goes on to say, because I have to. Because I didn't lose last year. You didn't beat me. I beat me. And I'm like, what? Is he healing up? He kept going. I've dealt with fans hating and loving me for the last 10 years. But I had never had anyone cloud my judgment like you do. I made one bad decision, and I decided to beat you with your own stupid move in your own stupid hometown, and it cost me the match. I know I can beat you, Rock, and I know I'm better than you. And I'm like, okay, that is so out of character for John Cena. I'm sorry, that has to be a heal up. He healed up at that moment in time, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell was this? If you was to have done this from the start of this feud, instead of doing this whole stupid redemption story, if this was the promo we got, 2 weeks ago, I would probably be just a tad bit more interested in the feud than I was, Not so much to where I actually want to see it, but this has my interest. I'm glad he's healing up. And then The Rock goes on to say, in response to that, John Cena, you will never be the man. You know, all this talk about John Cena being the golden boy and the WWE playing him up and deliberately letting us know that they're playing him up as the golden boy, for The Rock to come out and tell him that you will never ever be the man and you are not the man. Yeah, that hit home, and that was pretty freaking deep. And then the last question from Dusty Rhodes, pretty much telling them, look, take off the gloves and just start hitting each other, because this is what we need for WrestleMania. And I'm like, yes, this is what we need. He pretty much asked them, what do you want? And John Cena's like, I don't just want to beat The Rock, I want to dominate The Rock. And I'm like, yep, yeah, that. It's at the point now where it's like, he has to be the heel now, because that's not something a face would say. And I like that. I like that he's starting to shed that phony, superficial facade that he's been putting on for a while and actually showing us how he really feels about The Rock, which is like, yes, this is what we need for this match. We don't need some stupid, I respect you, man, I respect you crap that they was doing. They start fighting. The Rock bottoms John Cena and walks away, leaving John Cena inside the ring looking disappointed and pissed off and stuff like that. And I'm just really trying to understand why WWE just won't go with it, okay? The fans naturally started booing John Cena. All this talk about John Cena can't be a heel. Yes, he can. This promo is proof of it. He healed up just a tad bit, by the way, but that tiny little heal up grabbed my interest, it grabbed the fans' interest, they got involved. A dead crowd that was dead throughout the show got really involved in this segment when John Cena started to heal up. That should be an indication that John Cena can be a good heel. And with The Rock being the lovable guy, the contrast to what John Cena could be as a heel, you actually have a main event, but it has to be what I just said it was. It has to be The Rock as a face and John Cena as the heel. Okay, I've been saying that when it comes to John Cena versus Rock 2. The only way I will give a shit about this match is if John Cena goes heel. At this point in time, if you go backwards from this, fans are going to lose interest, okay? You have something now, okay? Go all the way with it. Just go heel with John Cena. Just heal him up, at least for this feud, okay? Or at least till The Rock leaves. I don't care. Even if he doesn't go full bad guy, full heel, at least heal him up against The Rock until this feud is over, because he just naturally fits that heel glove when he's going up against The Rock, and he has a lot of ammunition to be the heel of the feud. Do what you have to do to get fans invested, because the fans that love John Cena are going to love John Cena no matter what the hell he does. You don't have to worry about that, okay? The loyal John Cena fans will still be loyal John Cena fans when he's a heel, just as it was when he was a face. Okay, that's just how it is nowadays, okay? Fans will still support wrestlers when they're heels. I mean, seriously, what would you want? Would you want a heel John Cena versus a face Rock? An actual heel John Cena versus a face Rock for you going into WrestleMania, which will actually draw for that event much more than some respect me face Rock versus face John Cena, with John Cena being The Rock and The Rock passing the torch to John Cena and saying that he's the best in the company? Bullshit, man. Let's not go that route. Let's do something different. I don't care if you have to pull an NWO with John Cena and reveal that he's the leader of the Shield and have the Shield attack The Rock, whatever, or have John Cena just heal up altogether and pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 17, align himself with, I don't know, Paul Heyman and beat the holy hell out of The Rock. I don't care if you do something new, okay? At this point in time, if you want fans, if you're going to make fans care about The Rock versus John Cena, he needs to be the heel of this feud. This segment was very good. This was the best segment they've had, since their first confrontation last year. Because to me, the first confrontation they had in 2011, right, was like their best segment together. For me personally. Now, this segment so far kind of tops that segment because it had more realness to it. You can actually feel and understand where John Cena was coming from, and you can believe it. You can actually believe that what he was saying is the truth. And it really makes this whole redemption story seem fabricated like it already is, but it makes it seem more like a selfish need to satisfy some pride issues or some insecurities that he's had throughout his time since he lost to The Rock, which actually works a lot more. It adds a little bit more substance to The Rock versus John Cena. So, for real, I think WWE should just say screw it. I mean, if John Cena's gonna get booed at WrestleMania, let's make the most out of it. That's what I think they should do. Will they do it? Probably not, and they'll probably go down that stupid route of him beating The Rock and The Rock passing the torch to John Cena and saying, I respect you, man. I respect you. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And watch those fans boo John Cena out the building. And I don't care what WWE says. That's not a good thing, okay? And those boos are going to get louder and louder and louder. So I just say, just go with it. Just turn John Cena heel for this feud only and see where it goes, okay? See how a heel John Cena could actually work by testing it against The Rock. And if it works out very well, go along with it. Might as well. What have you got to lose? So that's my thoughts on the segment, guys. Please give me your thoughts on the segment between The Rock and John Cena and Raw overall. Tell me what you thought down below in the description box. Make a video response to what you do. But if this is the first time you're watching me, click that subscribe button down there. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my second channel for tributes and mashups. Check out the Wrestling Podcast, Wrestling Paradise. Everything down below in the description box. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's see where this feud between John Cena and The Rock leads on SmackDown, because they're both going to be on SmackDown. So, catch you there, guys. Your boy, the X-Men, signing off. Peace out.